What's up, YouTube? It is currently Saturday evening, and yeah, we are loading up to go to a Supercross riding class with Josh Hill at the TriStar Arena Cross Series. It's in Shelbyville, Tennessee at the Cooper Steel Arena. So yeah, like full spec AMA Arena Cross and Supercross jumps and everything. So it should be pretty fun. The track looks pretty gnarly from videos. My buddy Braden was there Friday. We had originally planned on going there Friday, but there was a medical emergency in our family. So luckily we talked to the owners of TriStar and they got us rescheduled for Sunday. So yeah, thank you to them for getting that done. You know, kind of saved us a trip because I already paid the money and it was non-refundable. So yeah, we're gonna load up. I got some new stuff for the van, like for like a new lock and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna load up and I'll get back with you tomorrow when we're on the way. All right, y'all, we are here at Cooper Steel Arena for the Supercross training class, and yeah, we just getting stuff unloaded, and I will get back with you guys once we get inside. I believe the track's in there. All right, so here's a video of the track. It actually looks insane. This is like real deal Supercross. Wow, looks pretty fun. Hey, so we're doing a little track walk here, and so starting gates right here, come down, hit this little speed check, I guess wall jump type thing. Then you got the finish line right here, 0.5. Come around, you got a rhythm section, and then you go into like a big old sweeper, double into the whoops. Whoops are freaking big. And then you come around 180, single, come back around into the finish line. The track looks so sick. Dirt looks awesome too. All right, y'all, so we just got done with the first little practice set for warming up. And yeah, track is insane. He said, you know, this is full scale Supercross jumps. Only thing that's not full scale is the size, like actual like dimensions of the track. Everything else is like the jumps are full spec. This is a Supercross double, Supercross rhythms. The whoops are a little bit smaller, but other than that, not too bad. I jumped everything, but instead of the full rhythm, I didn't do that. I just doubled it a little bit, and I hit the Supercross double. But yeah, get some riding clips, throw those in there.
Going out there this next time, we already kind of worked on the flat tonight.
All right. Give her the onion.
So we already worked on some of the flat turns. I think you guys want to start working on some jumps, some loops, and things like that. I think maybe the double and then into the loop section would be a good place to start focusing right now.
Double out, you're saying?
The double out of this flat turn into the loops.
Oh, okay.
Focus on this section over here, this side over here.
Mm-hmm.
And is anybody doubling through every loop right now?
No.
Okay. So maybe just you guys want, you're all standing here. I'll just throw on my helmet. I'll just kind of show you some of the smoother ways to get through the loops. Something I've seen working for most people that are trying to double instead of skim is if you come over that first double and you kind of hit your brakes and check up and try to roll over that, what we would call a starter loop, the one that's a little bit lower than the rest of them. You try to like suck your bike up, like, and unload it, and then push down on the backside, and then basically you're trying to carry as much speed as you can over that first little hump without your wheels leaving the ground. So, because if your wheels leave the ground, you smash in the face of the first loop, your suspension might compress, and when you're trying to double, it might kind of blow up in your hands one way or the other. So we're going to try to learn how to get over that first roller with as much speed and momentum as we can, but not getting our wheels to really leave the ground. So that way when you pop over that first one, you just can give it a little blip of the throttle, and then you can start your double. You get the first double smooth, the rest is cake. You know what I mean? It's just hard to set your bike up to slow down, and not slow down too much, and then get that spurt to start jumping.
Do you think second gear probably be good for
I
doubling?
think second gear is probably the way to go for just about everybody, I think.
Okay.
Because first, when you start getting first in there,
Get a little more wheel spin.
yeah, like you want, and honestly, we're gonna want you guys' momentum up to the point where second gear is the gear anyways.
Yeah.
You know, first gear will get you through the whoops, but you can't really build on first gear in the whoops. Where if you get you in second, just that.
Yeah, I couldn't roll through them in second, so.
You can't?
Yeah, no, it would just, second was too tall just to roll through them, so I'd have to shift down to first.
Well, I'm sure you can figure, you
Yeah.
can find a way to do it.
Yeah.
And second's that's where you're gonna
I
want.
want to learn to double them though.
Yeah.
That's what I
So,
probably need to.
If you guys want to walk over here, I'll kind of explain it.
How we feeling on the track so far?
Gnarly.
Like, dude, this stuff is a little bit weird to go over. Want to fill it in for me?
Let's fill it in real quick. Pack it up.
They gave us the worst track conditions of the day to train on.
He's gonna show us how he doubled through the wheels and stuff.
So I don't need to stand up. I have those small watches. Yeah, double the roof. Yeah, double to the roof.
My line through the whoops, I'm going single, 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 and then yeah.
I'm gonna try to double the thing.
I'm actually just scrubbing every single one so hard you just can't tell.
Alright.
Maybe
for this one.
Yeah, maybe quad straight into the ambulance.
Oh, he's been wearing that out.
Oh, write her down. Kick his ass.
On the top, bro. Hey, what are you doing?
You guys should fight for the video and get on clickbait. Arena cross fight got on video. Oh. Gone wrong. Kicked out of Supercross. Whoever wins gets to ride Josh Hill's bike.
Title of this video.
No, you still gotta fight him. What?
That's the title of this video. Glendale 2024.
Yeah, right. Uh-oh. He was the one that crashed. He crashed earlier on that Cowboy Super Mini. I was like, got the no goggles. That might be the move.
Eli, your grandpa's over there. Your grandpa's over there.
Yeah, I'd say that double's about this big on camera.
A lot of whoop sections, not all of them, but a lot of them will have a low little one that they call the starter whoop. A low small one that we call a starter whoop. So if you're trying to skim them, the starter whoop helps you because if it's lower, you're able to just come in with speed and just get your bike to start hitting the tip tops of all the whoops. But if you're going to jump them, a starter whoop can be a little bit of an annoyance. So what you're going to want to do is figure out how to suck your bike up over this first one with speed and using your body English to kind of load the bike before. So when you hit this double, you want to kind of squat your body down and load your suspension up. And then right about the time your front wheel is coming up to the front of it, you want to try to lighten your body weight up and get your suspension to kind of decompress. That way when you hit the bump, your suspension can then suck itself back down again and compress. And you'll drive through this with more power. And then the next jump, it'll just be a blip of the gas. Where if you come in and your bike's compressed down, your suspension's compressed all the way until you get here, your suspension's gonna unload and then you're gonna catch air and go into the next one. So I'll show you two different ways. I'll come in and unload my suspension and roll over this to then jump. And the first time I do it, I'll just double through the section, and then I'll show you how I do it tripling the section. And then the third time I come through here, I'm gonna show you how you just keep the bike compressed to begin skimming the woods. Because you're trying to do two totally opposite things here, two completely different techniques. So the beginning one, decompressing the bike, lifting it up to then drive and double, and then I'll do that again, but more exaggerated tripling. And then on the third time, I'm going to show you how I keep my bike just completely squatted to skim. Okay?
He makes it look so easy. It's effortless for him, dude.
You got this.
My excuse is always, oh, he's on a full thing.
Well, what's my excuse? Yeah, no. No thanks. I'll attempt this Superman before I do that. Oh my god.
Through this section of loops, skimming, that's the the fastest level you'll get through. But for you guys right now, we need to learn how to get the bike decompressed, roll over this jump with speed, so you guys don't upset your balance and you start blipping and doubling through. Does that make sense? You guys see the way I kind of jumped that double, loaded my bike, and then tried to unload it, almost like to pump over the jump like a bicycle. Any of you guys ride bicycles much, mountain bikes, BMX? You know how you have to use your weight to pump over stuff to keep your wheels on the ground and keep your momentum? It's the exact same thing, but now you just have power once you get over it to hop the next bump. So try to really think about that. I'll do one more, just doubling through, so you can see kind of where I'm braking, letting off, I'm trying to unload my suspension, and then where I drive through. You guys, I'll do it one more time and then I'll let you guys get on the bikes. All right, sound good?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm convinced he's cheating.
I don't.
Do you think he raced the Supercross? No. I'm just kidding. Oh, I better get this.
Yeah, he is blipping. Okay.
But like, I don't understand, like, how does he so consistent? I feel like when I attempt to, like, what do I do if I feel like whenever I start going through the loops, like when I'm starting to double them, the bike just feels like unsettled going halfway through them. Like,
when you're doubling,
mm-hmm.
well, you just need to make sure you're gripping with your legs, like keeping your legs tight. And another thing, guys, when you're jumping and you're going through this stuff, that attack position we were talking about, getting your butt almost like in just a little bit of a squat, having a slight bend in your knees, and having your elbows up, like you got to keep that strength position as you're jumping through here. Because if you're not gripping, a lot of times what's going to happen is if you clip a bump or you overshoot one of these doubles, if you're not gripping the bike tight enough, your knees are going to be out, and then when you clip, they're going to go forward, and your whole body weight is going to jolt forward, and then if you're hitting the next bump, everything's going to shoot back. So you got to try your hardest to get your legs gripping the tank, gripping the seat, and keeping almost like a right angle at your ankle, and just a little bit of a squat, and sticking your butt out just a hair. That's like your strongest position on the bike. That way, if something happens, you're always in a neutral position to get out of harm's way, if that makes sense. So the more you keep that technique, the more you're able to scrub over this thing, and then just get just a little blip, a little pop of the throttle, and get that first double, and try to set the wheels down evenly. You'll just start just flowing through the section. It'll become so easy.
If you feel like you're getting squirrely, is it better to stay on the gas and try and make it through it, or to let off the gas and try and control yourself first?
That's circumstantial,
Just
really.
Depends on how you're...
Yeah, but a good rule of thumb is to, all you guys, especially doing stuff like this, if you pull in the clutch with 2 fingers, have 2 fingers on the clutch. If you pull in the clutch with 1 finger, have 1 finger on the clutch. But always have your fingers ready to pull in the clutch if something goes wrong. Because you land and you get a little bit of whiskey, front end starts to come up. You want to be able to control your bike's reaction by just pulling in a finger instead of having to tackle the bike back down.
Yeah.
Is it a bad thing I'm using 4 fingers?
It's not a bad thing, but if you're able to start using 2 fingers, it gives you much more grip on the handlebars, because you're not going to be pulling in the clutch all the time, right? So if you're riding like this, you don't really have that much strength and control of the bars. So if you're able to use 2 fingers, you're gripping, your
Electric
grip
bike.
is more solid. So if you're able to, maybe not everywhere, but on these easier sections like the straightaway, the sweeper, that sweeper, if you're able to start trying to ride with 2 fingers on the clutch, I think it'll help you. And then eventually it'll just become natural and you'll want to ride with 2 fingers on it all the time because you don't even think any other way. That makes sense. All right, you guys want to try to start working on it?
Don't use 5 fingers. Now the walk-in chain. I wish I actually had a GoPro to use, but mine's like literal dog shit. Oh man.
About the wad.
Someone better get on video then. All right, we're going out for another like section work. We're doing loops and the entry double into the loops. So yeah. Hey guys, so yeah, it's we got 1 more hour of practice left. I ended up going down pretty good. I was seat bouncing out of the rhythm, and as soon as I seat bounced, my back wheel started spinning, and it just kind of tossed me over, and I ended up endoing over, and I landed on a hay bale. Bike's okay. Everything else seems good. Not really hurt or nothing, so I'm thankful for that. But just the loops and how slick the track is really getting to me, and it's so hard to commit to a set of Supercross loops whenever the track is like so dicey. But yeah, we're just gonna keep trying to improve. I've jumped everything except the loops, literally, and I haven't connected all the rhythms. I go double, tabletop, single, double out, and it's just so hard to connect them all in the smooth, solid one. Yeah, we're just trying to get better. This stuff is hard. My respect to anyone who races Supercross is just incredible right now. And shout out Josh for doing a great job instructing us. And yeah, gonna probably put in some more clips. And we only got 1 more section left, so probably not too many more videos, but we'll be all right. If this doesn't explain how dusty the track is, I don't know what will. Unreal. So we are headed home right now, and we just stopped to get some Burger King. You know, we didn't eat much since we left at 3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, it was a great day of riding at the Supercross riding class with Josh Hill. He did a great job. He was really good at teaching. Super nice guy. Track was super challenging, but it's always fun to, you know, get better and do stuff you're not comfortable with whenever it comes to the sport. You know, we're heading home. We're gonna get the bike and everything and van cleaned up and get ready for my race March 2nd and 3rd for a last round of Arena Cross. I'm first in points right now for 450B. So yeah, it should be a good rest of the racing season. Forgot to say, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.